Hi, and welcome to Yoga with Glenn. I'm Glenn. Today, I have a nice flow that's going to help you appreciate what's most important, and that's you. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hop into something comfortable, hop on your mat, and let's get started. To begin our practice today, meet me here in Sukhasana, or easy cross-legged seated position. I recommend on a bolster, blanket, maybe a pillow, just to make yourself a little bit more comfortable. Legs crossed at the ankles, nice tall spine. Walk yourself a couple steps back on your sit bones. Open heart, open chest, level chin, and you can relax the eyes closed if you like. Today, we are focusing on self-love and appreciation through gentle movement, awareness of breath, and mindfulness. According to Jon Kabat-Zinn, mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, non-judgmentally. As you ground yourself in whatever space you're working with, relax the eyes closed if they're not already. Empty yourself first to make space to receive. Place your hands on your heart and cross your fingers if you like. Inhale, fill yourself with love, and exhale, release any negativity or tension that you may have. And repeat this process, inhaling love, exhaling negativity. Set an intention for today's practice to let in the love for yourself. As you inhale on your own, start from the belly, fill up to the ribs, fill to the chest, and exhale, let everything go. Inhale through the belly, the ribs, feel your heart lift against your hands. Exhale, let all that go, all that negativity, any tension you're holding on to. As you inhale on your own through the belly, ribs, and pressing the heart against the hands, try to lengthen the inhales. Maybe count by the seconds. You start with 5. You try to work your way up to 8 seconds. But whatever time it takes you to inhale, make the same time as an exhale. So 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. Try to lengthen those to 8 or even more, up to 10 maybe. Just practice this on your own for a few breaths. Inhaling love for yourself, then you press your heart against your hands. And exhaling anything you're holding on to, anything negative, anything you don't need anymore. After your next exhale, then release your hands from your heart. Place either your palms or the back of your hand on your knee. And whatever the length of time that you made your inhales and your exhales, whether it be 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, or even more, just type that number in the comments. Let me know what you made it up to. This is your personal practice. You don't have to share, but I'd appreciate knowing where you're at. You can relax your eyes open. Start to bring slow movements, and eventually make your way into a table posture. Make your way off of your props slowly. And we'll go through a couple rounds of cat-cow. Nice and slow, nice and easy. Just embrace these fluid movements while you warm up the spine. So inhale for cow, tailbone up towards the sky. Really drop that belly towards the earth. Lift the chest, lift the chin, and begin to round. And exhale for cat, tucking the tailbone, sending the spine up towards the sky, feeling the shoulder blades wrap around the rib cage. Chin falls towards the chest. Now move from the hips first as you make your way back into cow with an inhale. Slowly, the rest of the spine follows when you're ready. Dropping that belly. You can bend the elbows here for a little bit of added. And then exhale, moving from the hips first, tucking the tailbone, sending the spine towards the sky, dropping the chin towards the chest. Same thing on the reverse. Move from the hips first, tailbone up towards the sky with an inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chin, lifting the chest. And one more time for cat. Move from the hips first, tuck that tailbone, spine up towards the sky, chin falls towards the chest. And to add to this posture, you can come up onto the fingertips and walk your hands back towards your knees for this super cat variation. And when you're ready, relax down into a neutral table posture. Now extend your left arm out to a T, bend at the elbow, and place your hand at the back of the head, maybe where the head meets the neck. And inhale, bring that elbow up to the sky, open that heart. And then exhale, bring the elbow to the right elbow. Maybe inside the pocket, maybe a little bit below it, if that's where you're at. Inhale, let that love in. And exhale, as you twist, really let go of anything that no longer serves you. Inhale, let that love in. Find what feels good to you. And then exhale, twist, let everything go. Inhale, and exhale, twist. You can move the elbow down to your wrist if that's what you're feeling. Inhale up towards the sky, opening the heart. And then exhale. Find a place that's comfortable for you as you exhale, either elbow to elbow, elbow to wrist, elbow to the middle of the forearm, wherever you're at. Inhale, open up, extend that arm, and place the palm back on the mat. Same thing, opposite side. Open the right arm out to a T, bend the elbow, place the hand on the back of the head. Inhale, open up, and exhale, bend, twist as you bring the right elbow to the inside of the left. Inhale, open up, open the heart. Inhale that love for yourself. And exhale, twist as you let go of anything that no longer serves you. Inhale, open. Find what feels good here for you. And then exhale. Maybe try bringing the elbow down to the wrist, maybe the middle of the forearm, maybe the inside of the opposite elbow. And then open up. And then exhale. Twist. Find what feels good for you. Inhale. And one more time. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Extend the right arm. And then place the palm on the mat. Walk your legs back a few steps, maybe just a couple. Make sure your hips are stacked over your knees. Walk your palms out to the very front of your mat. And then let your heart melt towards the mat. Really open yourself up here. This can be a vulnerable posture. Just know that you're in a safe space. Just inhale, breathe that love in. In this heart to earth pose. Nice deep inhales, really fill into that belly. Try not to scrunch up in the neck. If you like, you can walk your palms in, rest the forearms on the mat for a more passive expression of this posture. If you like a more active expression, you can come up onto the fingertips. And if your head doesn't quite reach the mat, you can place a pillow or a blanket or a block underneath, just to make yourself a little more comfortable. When you're ready, bring yourself back up to a neutral table posture. Bring the knees wide to the mat, big toes to touch. And then sink back for child's pose. You get nice and close with yourself. As you inhale, feel the belly press against the thighs. Feel the breath then move to the lower back. You can take exhales through the mouth. After your next exhale, roll yourself back up into a table posture and sink down into a hero's pose. I'm going to face you, legs together, shins together, sitting on the heels, toes released, the shoelace side of the foot on the ground, hands in the lap. With an inhale, we circle the arms up, touch the palms overhead, and bring the hands down to heart center. You can relax the eyes closed if you like. You can melt the chin towards the chest. You can repeat this mantra to yourself if you like. I am worthy of love and happiness. I embrace my true self with compassion and kindness. I am worthy of love and happiness. I embrace my true self with compassion and kindness. Keep that in the back of your mind for today. And roll the chin up, neutral position, relax the eyes open. Inhale, send the hands and arms up, and take a twist to your right. Left arm, or left palm on the right knee, or right leg, excuse me. Chin falls towards the back chest, or back shoulder. Inhale, chin to front shoulder. And exhale, chin to back. Inhale, arms come forward and up as we twist to the opposite side. One hand on the leg, the other on the ground behind you. Chin falls towards the back shoulder. With an inhale, chin to front shoulder. And exhale, chin to back. Inhale, arms come forward and up. And exhale, come up onto the knees, fingertips on the ground. And switch the position of your toes, so tuck your toes. Keep the legs together. Try to balance on your toes in this balancing toe pose. Really press the thighs together. And when you find your balance, bring the hands to heart center. Try to keep the thighs parallel with the ground. When you're ready, when you found your balance, start to lift the glutes off the heels. 1 inch, 2 inch. Keep pressing those thighs together. And when you've risen all the way to the top, fold forward. Hands to mats. Really support yourself with your hands as you walk your feet out wide. Very wide stance here. So when you extend your arm out to a T, your wrist stacks over your ankle. Toes pointed forward, edge of the feet parallel with the mat. In this wide-legged standing forward fold. And walk yourself over to the right. Grab a hold of the ankle. Bring the right arm out to a T. And then as you inhale, open up for this twist. And exhale. Back down to center. And use that momentum to walk yourself over to the opposite side. Inhale, arm out to a T. And then open up for this twist. And exhale. Back down to center. Really embrace this forward fold. Feel the back body lengthen. Feel the stretch in the glutes, in the hamstrings, in the calves. You can let your arms just hang and dangle, or you can point your fingers behind you and maybe grab at the ground to enhance this fold. Wherever you are, come up onto the hands, or place your hands on the ground in front of you. And take your hands to your hips. And we're going to roll up from the hips up into this standing wide-legged forward fold. We extend our arms out. This is star pose. And exhale, fold forward. One more time, hands on hips. Inhale, rise. As you hinge from the hips, star pose, embrace this posture. Recognize that you are the star in your story. There's no one more important than you. And then fold forward. Bring your hands to the mat. Turn yourself towards the front of your mat. Bend one knee. Keep the right, in my case, lengthened. Bring the inside or the bottom side of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Try to keep the toes pointed up. Go ahead and walk your right hip forward just a little bit. Inhale, arms come forward and up. And then exhale, bend over this right knee. This is Janu Shirshasana, the head to knee pose. You can grab whatever's accessible for you. That may be the shin, maybe the ankle, maybe the foot, maybe the toes. Wherever you're at, just breathe into this pose. Try to keep both sit bones on the ground. As you inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Try to get really close to yourself in this posture. Really let the love in and exhale. As you move closer to yourself, you sink into this pose. If you're at a point where you're comfortable and you have a hold of your toes, you can inhale to lengthen, and as you exhale, press your toes forward while you're holding on, just to try to get yourself a little bit closer. If you're in a space where this is completely inaccessible to you, you can certainly bend at the knee and just grab a hold of whatever you can reach, your shin, your ankle, and bend your knee so much to where your forehead literally rests on your knee. And as you breathe into it, you can eventually straighten that leg. This is a little more accessible variation of this pose. It's another breath or two here. Remember that you are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of love. Slowly walk your fingers or walk your hands up where your spine is tall. Bring this knee up and extend the leg. Bend the opposite knee. Bring the bottom of your right foot to the inside of your left leg. And then shift that left hip forward. Inhale, grow long, and then exhale, fold over this left leg. And remember, if you'd like, you can bend the left knee to where your head can rest comfortably. Or if you'd like to take the proper approach to Janu Shirshasana, you can straighten the leg, toes pointed up, and just grab a hold of whatever you can reach. Shin, ankle, foot, toes, whatever's most accessible, most comfortable for you. Inhale, let that love in. As you exhale, try to fold a little closer to yourself. It's another breath to go in this posture. After your next exhale, place your hands on either side of the leg and walk your hands up the leg till your spine is tall. Extend the right leg, nice and slow. Bend at the knees. Bring the soles of the feet on the earth. Extend the arms out as you slowly roll back onto your back. Bring the heels pretty close to the glutes, maybe so the fingertips can touch the heels with the palms on the ground. And recruit either a pillow or bolster or block or blanket. Press the hips up into bridge pose and slide your prop under your hips. And then release yourself onto your props in this supported bridge pose. Open the heart. As you inhale, let that love in. And exhale, let go of what doesn't serve you. As we sink into this posture, really surrender your weight to the props. Really let that heart space expand. And especially embrace the self-love. Now, if you'd like to stay in this posture longer, I certainly invite you to, but if you'd like to follow along, then press your feet into the ground, raising your hips. Remove your prop, and then gently rock your hips side to side as you lower them back down to the earth. Extend your left leg. Give your right knee a hug, bring it in close to the chest. Open that leg out to the side, opening the hip, and then pass that knee across your body. You can keep the left hand on the leg, just apply a tiny bit of pressure. You don't have to really force it over. And if you have a block or some kind of prop you'd like to place under this knee, I invite you to do so. If not, just let gravity do the work. Nice, fulfilling breaths here. After your next exhale, inhale, bring that knee up to center. Place the sole of that foot on the ground. Extend the leg. Bend the opposite knee. Hug it in close to the chest. Open the hip. And then with an exhale, pass that leg across the body. Again, you can have a prop under your knee if you like, or you can just let gravity do the work. You can rest the hand on the thigh, just give it a little bit more pressure. This opposite arm, you can have it out to a T. You can have it above, overhead, with the eyes facing towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Or you can have this arm out to a T and you can relax the chin over to the opposite side. Find what feels good for you in this posture. And just sink into it. After your next exhale, inhale, float that leg back up. Place the sole of the foot on the ground and bend both knees and give yourself a nice big hug. Brace yourself well. You can cross at the fingers. You can grab the opposite wrist if you like. Rock back and forth, side to side, make small circles. Give yourself a nice big hug. When you're ready, expand into your comfortable Shavasana. whatever that means to you. You can recruit any props you like to make yourself more comfortable. Maybe a blanket under the head, under the knees, whatever's most comfortable for you. After you've found stillness, feeling the love that you've cultivated within, inhale deeply and exhale gratitude for yourself. And let that gratitude also spill over for those around you. Begin to bring awareness back to your body. And start with some slow movements of the fingers and the toes. Grow bigger, roll the wrists, roll the ankles. Extend the arms overhead. Point the toes, point the fingers for a nice full body stretch. And then bend one knee, press off that knee and come onto your side. Rest your head on your arm. This nice recovery posture. When you're ready and you feel your body's nervous system is caught up, you can press yourself up into Sukhasana, that easy cross-legged seated position. Cross at the ankles, tall spine, open heart, level chin. You can relax the eyes closed. Remember that you are deserving of love, compassion, and kindness. Carry with you this sense of self-love throughout the rest of your day, your week, your month. Relax the eyes open. And we'll take one last breath together, circling the arms up, touching the palms overhead, and exhale. Bring the hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember that you are deserving of love. Light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.